Hey guys, classichomer.
With Alexandrite.
And it's time to play more Fire Emblem.
Blazing Sword.
Yes, as it were. So we have Kent and Sane.
That's
Yes,
them.
That's their names. I continually forget what they're actually called because I don't know.
Because
we
memory
haven't-
and names.
We haven't been paying enough attention. Not to mention Kent is a weird name.
I don't know. I actually went to high school with a guy named Kent, but he was an asshole.
Really?
Yeah, the worst.
I'm more surprised at the person existing with that name. Ken does not surprise me. But
Yeah.
Kent.
Yeah,
Huh,
totally.
Weird.
But now we have to go to Caelin?
A place. Yeah, we're trying to get to Caelin, but we
Which
have
is-
to go through Bear Mountains because, well.
Because we took a really long detour for basically no reason.
Yeah. Which begs the reason, or the question of how did the knights get over here so fast?
I don't know, maybe they've just been traveling for longer. Also, they're on horses, and we're on foot, and we probably trip over our robes a lot.
I suppose. And they have to move as slow as we do, because they're our escort.
Oh yeah, totally. Not like we could just ride on their horses. Only if
Yeah.
we're really low on hit points.
True.
It's not like we can just
Man.
sit around kicking each other. No Marquess holds power here.
Oh no.
So let's
This-
just take this dangerous shortcut.
Yep. So this place is totally going to get wrecked, isn't it?
You know what? I think they're just going to tell the story, and there's going to be a brief tactics game where the tactics are find the lowest price for an inn and stay there for the night, and then they're just going to go on.
Okay.
It's mine. That's what my money's on.
Well, that
Less
would
than
still
10.
be resource management.
It would, yeah. I mean, it'd kind of be the worst because you're just looking at a list of prices.
Well, that's what half of Final Fantasy is. Also,
Oh, yeah.
she seems to really hate these tabular bandits. Or
Hmm.
have they? I don't know.
Well, they did murder all but 10 of her village, and I think she's out for blood, and she is very capable of drawing it, so maybe
So-
we came on this shortcut just because she knew that she would be able to kick some ass on the way through.
Oh, so she's pulling a Samus.
I don't know, I've never actually played any game where Samus had dialogue,
I'm
for which I'm eternally grateful, apparently.
just referring to her undying rage against the space pirates and wanting to kill all of them.
I'll give you that. I would have that too.
Yes.
Especially after playing motherfucking Fusion with the ones you have to shoot in the back. Oh my god.
Yes. Also, it's cool because they got her back.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose I'm here too, huh?
A
It's
lord
still
of-
really awkward every time the game talks directly to the player.
A little bit. I'm for it, though. I mean, it's a little annoying because, of course, they're just filling in dialogue that obviously never exists, but you can understand what's going on if you read the text.
Yeah.
Which we hope you do, because even if we don't constantly, summarize what they're saying on the screen, we trust your intelligence to the point where you can probably read it. We
Yes.
don't skip by really fast, so.
We also trust our quality to the point where it's legible.
Yeah.
Awfully sorry if it isn't, but it really should be.
Yeah, I've never noticed a problem.
Nah, it's legible to us. And
Well, this
this is
originally
the
played on a Game Boy Advance, whose resolution is...
god awful.
Oh, I wanted to know the exact number, but I can't.
I want to say god awful.
I'm...
Less than 480.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's less than QVGA for sure.
Yeah, but oh my god, there were such good games for the Game Boy Advance because it was the Super Nintendo as a handheld.
I would agree. I never had a Super Nintendo, so this isn't even really tainted by nostalgia. The Game Boy Advance was just a really good system. A
Yeah.
lot of good games.
Well, so is the Super Nintendo. Why do you think I LP'd so many of them?
Nostalgia. Actually, I'm sure it is good.
Yeah, good stuff is good.
All I know of is the famous stuff, so I can't really speak for the entire library.
I
Oh.
think at one point I named off like 50 games that were good on the Super Nintendo.
Hmm.
So,
Fair enough.
pretty
You know-
damned good.
You know, I think these guys could really use an ass beating.
Yeah, they probably can. Because,
They're harassing this poor, frail young lady. She's a Pegasus Knight, and God help her, her hit points are crap, and her defense is crap, and her attack is crap. That's just unfair.
and she's wielding a lance, which makes her completely not compatible to fight these bandits who use axes.
Everything uses axes early game.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you're playing other Fire Emblem games where it's completely different.
Yeah.
This game is all about using sword on axe for like the first 7 chapters.
That's true. Now Lindis and her loyal retainers fight for the safety of this village and the safety of yon Pegasus Knight.
Lyn, fight for everlasting peace.
The only peace we can give these bandits is death. Which sounds like something that would totally be in this game. Again, localized amazingly.
Yes. Such good dialoguings. I can't see the screen because I'm busy scratching my eye because it's bothering me. I really hope I'm not suddenly allergic to cats.
I would sort of laugh, but not really.
Aww. She's crying because she's being harassed and, you know, belittled by bandits.
Because she's a level 1 soldier with no experience.
Yes.
She art frail.
But maybe I can use her and make her good. I don't know. I've done that with other Pegasus Knights and other Fire Emblems.
Shape them into powerful beings and retainers and
Powerful
fighters.
flyers of kill the everything. Except for never put them near archers ever. I'll explain that.
Yeah.
But yeah, And she came looking for Lyn. So it's kind of Lyn's fault that she got in all this danger anyway. Good job, Lyn.
That's not fair, man.
Such a good friend. Go get your other friends worried about you so they come and find you and get killed.
Just because your nomad village is in a shitty neighborhood. Come on, you're a lord. You can totally afford better than this.
But she's a nomad lord.
Why don't you just move to a loft in Caelin?
Well, in due time. I like how Florina's sprite just totally disappears immediately and appears behind Lyn. I'm like, oh crap!
Ah.
It fits her personality because seems like the kind of girl who'd be hiding behind Lyn.
Yeah.
And Lyn is the strong, willful type who would, you know...
kick the ass of these jerkhole bandits.
Yeah. Florina would hide behind her, like, hands just how she has them, actually.
Yeah.
Like, eh! And then Lyn would kick the guy square in the nuts.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue, but it's not... They don't have a lot of opportunities to have it, and, like, just in this short scene here, you know, they do a lot to properly characterize Florina, yeah.
Yeah. They kind of do that with every character
and
they
then
introduce, which makes you care about them and want them to not die.
Yeah. And then it takes you from them because this game's kind of a dick sometimes.
Yeah, well...
Which is totally valid. I mean, it's evocative, and that's what you really want.
It only happens if you suck, which, well...
I do.
Don't suck. Try to suck less. Hear that, Internet? If you play these games, try to be not bad at them. I will endeavor to be the same.
Or try not to play on the really hard difficulties.
Unless you know what you're doing, which, oh my goodness, really hard difficulties of these games can get really hard. Because even after you beat this game, it opens up more really hard difficulties.
Oh, that's sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My GBA cart that I bought on camera, I'm pretty sure, should be here, like, Monday.
Nice.
So happy. It's Sunday, by the way.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm silly. I thought by on camera you meant, like, back in the day, your friends just happened to be videotaping something for silly bullshitness and videotaped you buying it, like, at a store. You mean on camera as in you mentioned it last episode that you bought it off Amazon.
I think I did.
Yeah, okay. So, we're totally going to kill all these guys. There's only 4 of us and, like, twice as many of them.
They brought it on themselves by being disgusting and violent.
Mm-hmm. Pigmen.
Pigmen.
As they were. At least the environmental setting is advantageous for us.
This is Homer. We found him in a field.
We found him lying in a field, unconscious, and now we're making him command us in battle. Because we're the best.
He looks so scared, Lindis. Yeah, but he knows he can't leave because he doesn't have a sword.
He is our tactician slave.
Man, that would just be the best.
The best and the worst. The most awful.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe
Lyn,
if there was
going to
be like a parody of this game.
Lyn, you are going to this village house. See the people here. We're not thugs.
Don't we sound more heroic than thugs? We should have gotten Sane to come here, because they would have seen his lance and know he's a hero.
Of course, because lances are so heroic.
Totes.
The way they pierce right through enemies. Through the bad guys, except for the ones wielding axes.
In which case they do, but less effectively.
Or they just straight up miss, with a 90% chance to hit.
Nah.
Oh hey, it's a guy.
Oh hey, awesome.
And the music's great here. I hope that the sound isn't fucking up for this song, because I love this song! They even use it in other games because it's so iconic.
Absolutely. This is in Smash Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
We
can tell this
sure
guy's
shows
gonna...
up in Melee, probably somewhere in Brawl. Which, speaking of Brawl, Lyn is a assist trophy in that game.
Really?
Yeah, she'll come out and just critically hit someone.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's really awesome. Oh god,
I guess they just have to have Marth because he's more famous.
Yeah, well, he's more famous and his game keeps getting remade.
He's eerily more famous considering that this came out, what, before any actual English Fire Emblem did, I think.
Yeah.
With Marth in it. Ah.
Yep. This was the first one to make it over to the States. Marth and Roy showed up in Melee, and that's because Roy's game that came out before this and never came out here, only came out in Japan, I think, was coming out at the time Melee was released.
But that's what makes them such cool unlocks, is that if you know who they are, you're like some awesome Nintendo file who just knows all of the games that were never released here.
And I was mostly just going like, oh my god, look at these. Oh, right, I need to make Will do a thing. Yeah.
I knew he was going to join us because he's blue.
True. I thought I was going to be able to make Florina do a move. Fine, shut up, Will.
Yes, we remember, you just told us.
You were just talking to me about how I wasn't using you. How about you go shoot this guy?
But if you've never played a Fire Emblem game before, you will definitely know what to do.
Yeah.
The tutorial, while a bit belabored,
is useful, and pretty much necessary for people who haven't played Fire Emblem, which, well,
yeah,
like I just said, was everyone in America at the time.
Right, yeah, I don't remember being annoyed by the length of it, like, back in high school when I was playing this.
Yeah.
So it must have worked fine. Kick ass.
Yep, 100% chance to hit because lance, sword, stuff, and Will just happened to knock him down to the point where she could one-shot him.
How convenient.
Very. I'm pretty sure that was also scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no reason to think it wasn't, so yeah.
Well, I'm sure it was, because they... Obviously, if they missed, then that would be really dumb. Like, because the sword guy would basically one-hit Florina no matter what she was wearing, because that's just how it works.
Yeah, pretty much. Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because lances do more damage, but have slightly less accuracy.
And
swords are actually...
the axe guys can reach me anyway.
Yeah. Swords actually do the least damage and have the most accuracy of the three in the triangle.
Yep. And I should really pay attention to this guy's range. And maybe only move up to right next to Kent.
Good plan.
Otherwise, I may take unnecessary damage. Stupid archers.
I think you can basically just turtle, though. They're going to charge up. It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, the axe dudes are going to charge up. And then maybe I can use my knights to ride right past the trees and at the archer.
It's possible. Yeah, take it in waves.
Yeah.
Again, playing somewhat defensively is usually the best option in this game.
There's no reason to just charge forward, because, well...
I think...
recklessly doing things in a reckless manner will get you recklessly murdered reckless.
According to Sun Tzu, the defend... I forget the exact quote.
Offense?
Well, it's sort of like that, but it's not... the quote is something like, the defender has the advantage whether they have been there for a minute or for a day. Or something like that. But he also says that in defense lies invincibility, and in offense lies the possibility of victory, so you have to... I assume you just have to be safe until you can afford to strike out, which is just general good strategy 101 stuff, and I'm sure nobody actually needed me to explain to anyone.
I suppose, but it's really evident in these games because, well, when you think about it, when you go on the offense, you can only take out one unit per unit.
Yeah.
One of your guys will at best attack and kill one of the enemy.
And you're always outnumbered, so...
You are always outnumbered in a Fire Emblem. So if you are being defensive, let them crash upon your,
choke pointy defenses.
Yeah. Let them throw themselves upon your spear. You can take out multiple enemies on their turn by just being in a better position.
Right.
Case in point, one chapter of Fire Emblem Awakening, I was outnumbered like on a 3-to-1 basis, I think.
Was that Longgate?
No, and won the map in 8 turns because they all just attacked me and fell upon my really defensive units. And
because they didn't organize a strong, coordinated offense where they could actually use their numbers to their advantage. They just attack you in like 1s and 2s.
Yeah, wait,
no doubt.
I don't need to trade. I need to equip the sword because this guy's coming up. And I could ride up to the forest and have the defense bonus from there, but I'll be in range of the archer. And like we were saying before, why rush when we can just let him come to me?
Yeah, just get your archer where it'll do the most good. Which I think that's
Can
actually...
he reach there? No, he can't. Okay.
Yeah.
Right next
Why
to
wouldn't...
the knight's good.
Actually, I would say sort of in the top left there, because the axeman will probably try to get that corner.
Maybe, but I can just move him to... I don't know.
Yeah, you can...
I can move him to here if I have to.
Yeah.
And just end the turn. I don't want to move the other knight. Yeah, he did do that. That's fine. Oh, shit.
Well, it's okay.
I went to the wrong knight and... Yeah, whoops.
Changed the wrong weapon.
Yeah, well, that's...
This does demonstrate a
Fine-ish.
very interesting point, though. If you actually want to pull damage from someone, like guarantee someone will get attacked, then like equip the bad weapon choice, and you can always use them to tank that way. They'll take a little bit more damage than otherwise, but once you get really high defense units, and I'm spoiling the game again, but once you get the really high defense units, that's a pretty valid strategy for staying alive.
Yeah. Sorry, Sane, I made you look like a fool again, only this time it was actually my fault. We'll do that.
I'm still willing to blame Sane.
I should maybe move Florina up. I should just memorize this and move her to a safe-ish location. Like, right next to Lynn, so they can maybe get friendly with each other.
You are going to be spending a lot of time just sitting here.
Yeah.
They are just coming right at you, bro.
Doop doop doop. Maybe I can...
You want to try to lure them to attacking Lynn?
Yeah, I was thinking about it so I can use the knights to kill him.
You know what, that's
Because-
actually a very good strategy, and Lynn will definitely survive, and she'll probably get 2 hits.
She might survive. Let's see. He has 12 attack. Whoa. What's Lynn's defense? She has...
So we'll do
blind.
10
Wow.
damage. Yeah, so she'll be down to half health, and she'll probably get to attack him twice and probably kill him. And she might even dodge, because she has a really high evasion.
And she might crit. She's going to use the Manakati.
I think she's 1 square out of range.
Nope.
Oh, cool. Great.
And
Turns out you
I'll
do know what you're doing.
let her go there again. Although I'm not going to change their weapons to lances, because then he'll probably attack them anyway. Oh, look, he still went after Kent.
Uh,
Well, that's fine. He's evening the damage out upon my knights. I'm mostly okay with this. And Kent leveled up anyway. Cool.
for it.
Ah, that sucked, though.
Ah, well.
Blast damn and...
I think in aggregate, the level up bonuses are probably fine. Like, it probably reaches this nice, normal bell curve shape.
Yeah, probably. Ooh. I have a wonderful idea. But can I do it? No,
What is
I
your
can't.
wonderful
He doesn't
idea?
reach... He can't move out that far.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Soften him up and cut him down with Lynn.
Yeah, here, this way will still get experience for attacking the guy.
And you want your archers to be experienced because they're somewhat less versatile than some of the other ranged units. And they do roughly the same amount of damage to make up for that versatility. Black, you're going to want to make them a little more beefy by leveling them up.
She does not need the Manakati to kill this one.
Resource management.
Yeah. Very important in this game. And... if the archer couldn't hit right here, then I would totally have... Actually, you know what? This might be a little risky. I don't even need
What's
to
your
the
plan?
There. I'm going to get Florina up in here.
That's actually... Well, she'll do... Wow, enough damage, 14.
Yeah, she'll kill him in one hit. The archer can't reach her. The X-Goods aren't going to be able to run in here and reach her, so this is just a good way to get her some experience.
You will shape her into the flying death machine that Pegasus Knights can be if you're not, like, completely sick of watching them die all the time.
Oh, no one's like that, Alex. You're silly. Okay, Will, time to go to work. Put an arrow in this guy's face. Lure the other archer into attacking you, where you will be the only one who can counterattack him. And... was this Kent? Sure. Stand next to Kent. No. Better. Just have Florina come to you.
Build friendship.
Because... fuck it, we're gonna spoil it anyway. There are support relationships. Oh hey, he's smart and went to the woods. Too bad he is totally in range of my melee characters now.
Well, so you would save him now. I literally mean we probably will, because they'll probably, you know, get that 20% chance and miss.
You have 9 attack. Oh, derpy derp. There. B was not getting me out of that menu for some reason, even though it's totally what it does.
She
And
has
you
9 attack
have
and
4
4
defense.
defense.
So you only take 5 damage.
Can't make it anywhere.
What?
Oh, you can get her to the 4th, though.
But you can get to there. Wait, can he stand where the archer's standing?
No, he can't, because it's on a wall.
Just out of his range. Haha! Do it. And then the swordsman's probably going to come over here and try and attack her. But that's fine.
She'll survive for a turn at least, I hope.
Yeah, she'll...
Yeah, 17 hit points, and he does... what, like 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
she'll be
attack
fine.
minus defense. The game system is really easy. There's no complicated, fancy randomness. You just...
They don't make it needlessly complex. Unfortunately, I can't get someone to take that forest position with a lance and be protected against the axe dude.
I say you just wait
Or
for the
I
sword
could-
guy to charge up.
Yeah.
Because will take care of that axeman eventually.
Well, I'm just going to move you to here. You're out of range of the axe guy. And, yeah. Just move everyone up a little bit. There you go. Sword did not come to attack. Huh.
Coward.
Well, he will die for his cowardice.
I think he would have died for his bravery too, which is kind of tragic. There's
Yeah.
basically nothing he could have done.
Well, that forest looks mighty safe.
Oh.
Yeah, that forest looks mighty safe. Too bad she will not kill him, but he won't kill her in 2 turns either, so I don't really care.
Have I already
she has
mentioned
the
it?
HP to take it.
But hit points are a resource.
They are. And she gets to level up. Woohoo!
Only 8 more levels
Hot
until she
damn.
can be good.
That was a really nice level.
Yeah. I think it's time you arrowed that guy a question.
Well, since he never dodged, even though Will never had that great a chance of hitting him.
He didn't have the scripted plot armor, but 88, I mean,
It's not awful, it's just not super wonderful goodness.
if this were XCOM, just out of spite, it probably would have missed at least once.
Yes.
That's actually both incorrect and an extremely annoying criticism of that game.
But it's an entirely correct criticism of Final Fantasy Tactics. Because anything under 70% in that game misses.
Heh.
Not even joking. The game's just like, screw you, miss. And it makes
You
that noise
insist.
too. It is that indecisive sounding when it speaks to you.
For all my gushing about tile-based, turn-based strategy games, I've actually never played Tactics all the way through.
It is incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah.
Much like this, only more customizable. I was going to say less, but then that's incredibly indescriptive and not helpful to anyone.
Right. I actually don't think I would enjoy the job system. I don't
I love the job system.
have time and
You know what
will
we're
for
gonna
that
do?
kind of crap.
we're gonna buy her an Iron Lance because she can use it for one, and she could use the power boost for two. And
The difference is that Iron Lances are more, like, do more damage but are less accurate, I guess.
yeah, we can actually look at it in her inventory soonish. I'm just trying to decide if I want to get an Iron Sword. She won't use it, but I could trade it to someone else.
I think
You know
everyone.
what?
I guess it couldn't hurt. I don't think that we're
here to be used, and I don't know when another shop's coming up.
Yeah, I guess I don't know either. I thought that you get another shop.
85 and 80. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think weight
Then
has a...
it's MT is the damage.
Yeah.
I don't know what it stands for.
It
Might? Might? Yeah.
Range is 1. Oh, Slow Lances actually have a bonus to getting a crit. It's really nice.
Wow. Actually, what does weight do? Increase your or decrease your speed by that amount? I'm guessing.
I don't think it'll do that. I think it's just like an... I don't know.
That seems...
I wouldn't say it's just an arbitrary number to indicate... Like... I'm saying words right now. I'm not sure if they mean anything, but I think I'm saying words. My god.
Yeah, that guy...
That guy needs to be taken
can...
down in one turn.
Yeah.
Which, I suppose they could try to do it.
They both have the move. I mean, assuming no unfortunate misses occur.
Well, he has 100 on his attack. If they both have the 100% chance to hit, which they both do, Kent can go in, hit him, and then Sane should be able to finish him off.
How heroic.
Yes, how heroic of him. If Sane weren't hurt, then I would actually do it the opposite way, because I think Sane's ahead on experience.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you still think we were going to apologize to you, you bandit scum?
Bandit pig scum?
Also, he only has a 12% chance to hit, so...
No, that's a 12 damage.
Oh.
He had a 39% chance to hit.
Fair enough. It's still much better than a coin toss. Coin toss.
But here, you see, the reason I didn't want to lead with Sane is because his damage would be just enough to kill him, and it's still slightly worse than a coin toss.
Yeah.
But better. Whatever.
Better for us, worse for him. But this wasn't going to go well for him, no matter what happened to Sane.
Yeah, but if Sane had an unfortunate getting hit here, he would have been gone for the rest of this tale.
Right.
He wouldn't be dead because, well, the game already mentioned this somewhere, but, blah. It's broken up into tales. We're doing the tutorial tale right now, because we don't have a choice.
Also, it's kind of nice. I like Lynn as a character, and I'm kind of sad that she doesn't appear in the other tales. Sorry to spoil it, audience.
Actually, she does.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind me,
All
audience.
these characters appear in the next tale.
Huh. Well, I never really got that far. Like I said, I hadn't actually finished this game.
She's an integral character to the later parts of the game.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Just not the main character.
Right.
So, woohoo! We saved Florina, and yeah. Is this going anywhere, Florina? Like, you're supposed to tell us why you're coming after us, but oh, really?
Oh, that's contrived, but
that's contrived and foolish, and I don't know. You should.
I've still heard worse
train
narrative
in the academy.
Well, I think this is post-academy when they're actually getting practical experience, but you'd think they would actually just send them out on, like, sorties with, like, an actual military force. But I don't actually know how the Pegasus Knights work. Are they... I mean, I assume that they're, like, a military arm of Caelin, but maybe they're just, like, an independent order of...
I think that they're part of their own nation. Like, there's a nation of Pegasus Knights and Mages, I think.
Oh.
If I'm remembering right, which I'm probably not. I'm sorry.
We'll find out by the end of the game.
We will.
You could find out early by Googling, but why spoil it?
Or you could find out early by playing the game yourself, audience. Do you hear me?
Yeah?
You should totally play the game, because it's really good, and I won't hold it against you if you play way ahead. In fact, you can play way ahead, know what to do, and then make fun of me for doing things wrong.
That's always the best discourse.
Yes.
I always hate watching strategy LPs when I'm like, no, you're... And I just swear at the screen constantly watching them do wrong things.
I totally understand that. But the strategy LPs that you watch And I too watch. I think I actually get too sleepy to get mad at what they're doing. Also, I haven't played the games they played, so I don't understand most of the significance and how they're doing things wrong.
Someday, perhaps you can join us, the glorious PC master race.
Once I have enough money to build a PC worthy of playing those games. Or I could just play the older versions of them and probably have an easier time.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Economically easier, at least, because they're probably like on Good Old Games or Steam for like 20 or 30 bucks.
Yeah.
Tops. But I mean, for the price of a PS4, you could get the same experience of constantly waiting for system updates and patches and crap like that, and paying a lot of money for a lot of expensive gaming equipment. You get that same experience on a PC. Just when I started getting into console gaming, they just blew away all of the they blew away all of the advantages of actually having a console.
Yeah, well,
Nintendo
Nintendo's still the same.
Yeah,
for the most part.
People criticize them for not innovating, but their sales numbers speak for themselves. And I'm not even really a Nintendo fanboy. I never had Nintendo systems at all growing up, but it's just obvious that business-wise, ain't nobody got time for all the crap that you have to go through.
Yeah.
PS3 and Xboxes.
Well, besides that, Nintendo, I think, has actually proven themselves to be more innovative, just in general. I mean, sure, motion controls end up being a little more than a novelty, but...
Well, I mean, people would point to, like, you know, the last 12s and Zelda games that are all the same, or the Mario games that are all the same. You know, but there are gems, like this Fire Emblem, you know, and stuff like that do come out, you know, for Nintendo and on Nintendo systems that are actually pretty nice.
Yeah. And those Mario games really aren't all the same. Like,
the difference is in the details. You have to play them.
Well, yeah, you have to play them, but Sunshine is way different than 64, not necessarily in good ways, and Galaxy is way different than any of them. Galaxy 2 still has so many crazy ideas that they put into the game, which, yeah, looking from the outside, you're like, oh yeah, it's more Galaxy. But I'm not going to say it's better, it's just, they have so many off-the-wall level designs that really make those games enjoy to play. And I wish they would use those mechanics more often, but it's like, hey, here's this really cool thing that we're doing, and it's only here for one level. It's gone.
That's interesting.
And Skyward Sword did a whole bunch of different things with the Zelda franchise, which I do and don't like. I don't know. But it was a good game. I enjoyed playing it, but there's some things that I wish didn't get weird.
Yes, Will, we need an archer
in it. If you're willing, Will. Thank you, game.
He's like, are you sure it's okay if I travel with you? Yes. More party members.
More party members! Actually, there's a lot of that in this game. That would be a really good thing to steal from H.C. Bailey to say constantly.
You could beat the crap out of that catchphrase in this game.
Yes.
I wasn't even trying to. I realized about halfway through saying it.
Yep. And then I made it even more obvious.
Now we have an epic portrait of them standing around.
And you remember what I was saying before about Florina hiding behind Lynn? That's exactly the thing I was thinking of.
She'll grow up. I actually don't know that for sure, but I imagine that over time she will, or they will have lost a very good storytelling opportunity. And I think that's it.
Yep. I believe I did that faster.
Yeah.
Next time, we will see what...
We'll continue westward.
We will continue westward, see what kind of shit we can get into now that we've killed bandits. Oh, God. I'm really tired.
Yeah, seriously.
We need to start doing this in the middle of the night. Okay, guys, see you later.
Bye.